Hello everyone and welcome back to Doctor Who's Crown Jewels. Harry's gone, so it's season 13 time. Now, of course, season 13 is like the best season of Doctor Who of all time, so naturally it's going to be very difficult for me to pick a crown jewel. Is it though? Season 13 is great. Don't get me wrong, but when you say it's like the perfect season, that implies to me that the stories are all like definitively amazing, but at the same time, people say that about something like The Brain of Morbius, and I'm like, oh, it's good, but just because it's in the Hinchcliffe era doesn't mean it's perfection. I mean, Revenge of the Cybermen was the last season. Like, that's the only Hinchcliffe story I don't like, Revenge of the Cybermen. And I like everything in this season, but saying it's all perfection, I think, is a bit hyperbolic. Because Terror of the Zygons and the Pyramids of Mars, those would be my honourable mentions. I mean, they're really good. But I wouldn't say they're anything earth-shattering. I would say The Seeds of Doom is. I get the whole hype for season 13 if every story was just as good as The Seeds of Doom. And to some people, they are. But the thing is, I like stories when they're not just Doctor Who. It's a carefully constructed cautionary tale about, science getting out of hand. A discovery in Antarctica of an alien seed pod catches the attention of millionaire Harrison Chase. Harrison Chase, he loves plants. I mean, he loves plants. Alas, the scientific discovery was proving dangerous, and the Doctor discovers another one. It gets stolen, Harrison Chase has it, and tries to study it. And then it gets too powerful, which he wants, and the world is at risk from being attacked by all local plant life. Doctor's definitely a lot more cold and focused in this one. I think it works because he understands the gravity of the situation, and the resistance to his influence is so great he has to resort to some level of violence. Which I understand, but remember, it's a kid's show, it's a bit much. And Sarah's great, she's just perfect. She's bitchy in a girl boss kind of way, We love that for her, She's amazing, she's a queen, she slays. I buy her being a secondary Doctor. And plus, that, her in the Seeds of Doom alone makes me go, you could have a spin-off. And she did, and I have very fond memories of it. But Krynoid as a threat is a very interesting one to explore. And it's unique. Yeah, sure, we've had nature-related stuff in the past, and maybe I'm a bit biased because they've been the crown jewels of their respective seasons, but there hasn't really been any where nature itself can be possessed to kill. So it's a bit more unique in that aspect. Sure, we've had plants that turn people into them. We've had the Vargas, and heck, we're going to have the Vervoids next decade. But yeah, the Krynoid threat is interesting, and the way it builds and builds over the 6 parts is very cool, in my opinion. The side characters, too, are phenomenal. Harrison Chase makes for a really good villain. He grows more and more detached from humanity to the point where he values plant life more than human life, which is kind of initially foreshadowed, but is definitely in full effect by the end. The other side characters, including some Scorby, who is a really, just wanting to save his own skin kind of mercenary. And, there's unit people, but they're not the ones we care about, so who cares? There's government people as well, and there's also an old lady who paints pictures of flowers and is amazing and the best character in the entire season. The music! Okay, right. So I neglected to mention that, Dudley Simpson does great music all the time on Doctor Who at this point. This wasn't a Dudley Simpson one. I can't remember the name of the guy who did it. It might be on screen. I can't guarantee how lazy I am when I edit this. But the music in this one is phenomenal. It makes it actually feel like a theatrical film. And that's honestly what this needed. Parts of The Seeds of Doom were adapted from a book which then got adapted into a thing. And it really does feel like that sort of vibe. And the horror behind The Seeds of Doom is not just about the monster. I do think Harrison Chase is a scary villain. When he grinds people into fertilizer, he just stands and watches. And there's something oddly chilling about that. He then gets grinded into the fertilizer himself. This story is a bit grim. I don't know why children are watching it, but they are. And they Yeah, I think it's a very effectively scary piece with a very serious sort of drama. And Thor and Sarah are iconic, so yeah. But what do you think? Do you think I'm wrong about season 13? Do you think I should be lynched? Do you think I should be exposed to the crinoid seed pod and my existence wear away as punishment for not heralding this overhyped but still very good season? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, please be civil. And next week we go to the actual best Hinchcliffe era season, season 14. And I'll see you in that one. Take care, everyone.